that's principal, teachers, and educators. So today's our topic is adolescent education, and I'm very extremely sorry that you have to wait for so long. Is the screen available to you?
Yeah, the screen is visible, Neha. Please go on, continue.
Thank you, ma'am. So, adolescent education. This is a very sensitive topic where we are only going to talk about adolescent. Adolescent means the age group like from 6 to 18 years, where the where the children are very sensitive. Whatever we speak or whatever we tell them, they are very sensitive with each and everything. They react very fast. So here So here the adolescent and youth population constitute, these are the our future, like what we are going to train them. Okay, so they are our future, and it depends how we are going to train them, what are the moral values we are going to inculcate in them. So this is a very important thing. So the adolescent and the youth population constitute a critical segment. It is a critical segment as a future demographic, social, economic, and political development depends on them. Therefore, investing in them seems to be the best way leverage the nation's competitive advantage for reaping the benefits of the demographic dividend. Young people are the world's greatest untapped resource, and adolescents can be key driving forces in building our future. Okay, so they are the future, and we are educating the adolescent group because they are going to be our future generation. They are going to take our legacy forward. So first we need to understand the needs and issues of adolescent education, like what are the issues they are facing and what are their needs. Now adolescent is a distinct phase of development. There is a period between a childhood and adulthood, and this from this phase every and each of us has already been through. Now adolescence is striking most tremendous changes, that is physical, social, and emotional. Boys and girls between 9 to 19 years are called adolescents. Adolescents basically they require educational experiences. The educational experience what we have, we as a teacher need to share with them apart from the subject what we are delivering to them, and schools that are organized to address their physical, intellectual, emotional, and psychological, moral, ethical, spiritual, and social development characteristics. So these are what adolescents needs are. These are the basic needs what we should be giving and what we should be talking about with the adolescent age group. Physical, there are more rapid rates of maturation internally and externally. Now here the physical changes happens very quickly with this. They can see the physical changes internally as well as externally, and psychologically there are fluctuations in mood, behavior due to ragging hormones, so ranging hormones. Socially do they feel the need to move away from parents and emotion. This is a phase where actually they want to move away from the parents. They think that the parents are enemy to them. They think that the friends are there, the best people whom they can share each and everything, and they think the best for them. So here they actually avoid their parents. They think the parents are always disturbing them. So these are the because of the hormonal change, because the parents also cannot, they are failed to understand that in this phase how we should be treating the our children, or what how we can go about that. So that is a basic thing. We should be understanding the psychological of these two of the adolescent age group. first. Now, socially, they feel the need to move away from parents emotionally. This already have spoken. Now they now prefer peers as their source for values and standards. They think whatever values and standards are set by the peers, so that is the best. So they move according to their peers. Now, morally and ethically, they ask the large questions about the meaning of life and want sincere answers. They are very much curiosity is there. They want to understand that what is the meaning of life, and they want a sincere and they will want an honest answer from their parents and from their teachers both. They are more reflective and into perspective. Now, academic curriculum needs to be appropriately designed to meet the increasing demands of a changing knowledge, society, values, and habits that builds ethical leaders, habits that develop during childhood and adolescence. There is a difference. The habit which is there in the childhood, as they go into the adolescence period, it changes. The changes can take place due to the peer pressure, because they want to maintain that standard, they want to mix around with their peers, that's why they do that. And educators need to consider the developmental characteristics of adolescence when designing educational environment and organizational structures. We as an educator, we need to have to focus that what are the development characteristics, what we can do for them, what are the organizational structures we can bring for them, so how we can make them more comfortable and make them they think that they must think that we educators are their best friends and they could share with us. So we need to make that type of an environment. Now we need to understand adolescence, understanding issues and concerns of adolescence. The World Health Organization, WHO, defines an adolescence as many person between ages 10 and 19. This age range falls within WHO's definition of young people, which refers to individuals between ages 10 and 24. So this is the basically an information given by WHO. They have defined the adolescent according to them. Now, a time of change. The period from about age 9 to 19, during which a child gradually changes into an adult. Now, when the child gradually changes into an adult, they can see the physical changes first, and we as an educator, as a parents, we also can see the changes what are going about with our child. Changes in our body. During adolescence, the body gets through many physical, mental, and emotional changes. The reproductive system matures, adult feature appear, and height and muscle mass increase. These are the things what the changes they face first. Then this is a picture of an adolescent, the reproductive system, the brain and frontal cortex, thinking region of the brain, planning and judgment and memory. Then cable of nerves that connects the two halves of the cerebrum. It aids creativity and problem solving. It grows, changes rapidly. Emotional center, more active in young adults. This is the most important part. And response cerebellum, responsible for physical movement, growth and changes. Now, reproductive system, that is puberty, begins before you reach adolescence and ends during mid adolescence, 9 to 16 years of age. This is a period of time in a person's life when they become sexually mature and able to reproduce. Puberty refers especially to the change that happens to your reproductive system. The pituitary gland in the brain signals changes in the ovaries for girls and testes in boys. Then the ovaries began to produce estrogen and progesterone for the girls, and tests produced testosterone for the boys. So these are the changes they can see. Now, reproductive maturity. The release of sex hormones causes girls to begin to ovulate and menstruate, and boys began to produce sperm. Now, ovulation in girls and sperm production in boys signal reproductive maturity. Each has the ability to reproduce children. So here in adolescence, we can see the sex hormones, what causes, because of that, the girls began to ovulate and they menstruate, and then there is a sperm production in boys that give them the signal now they are able to reproduce. Now, appearance. The sex hormones also cause the development of secondary sex characteristics. In boys, shoulders are broadened, hairs appear on face and chest. In both girls and boys, voice deepens, muscle strength increases, body hair appears, skin releases more oil, perspiration increases. These happens both in the boys. They have very strong voice, where the girls, they have little feeble like voice. They are very sweet and calm type of voice they have. Then perspiration, then they have their pimples problem. So these are the things what happens in the boys and girls. Then in girls, there is a breast, they develop, hips widen. Height and muscle mass. So now, height and muscle, rapid growth creates aches and cramps, and at times you feel awkward and clumsy. You should challenge your body with a variety of physical activities. The rapid growth increases your appetite here in the adolescent. Now the food, now they should inculcate more and more physical activities to keep their self active. And then there is a change, rapid change in the appetite, where they start gaining the weight. Choose nutritious food to avoid excess weight gain. Girls tend to get their growth spurt earlier than the boys. Around the time the puberty starts, the pituitary gland also increases its production of growth hormone. Now, boys start their growth spurt later, and they grow for a longer period of time. Yes, ma'am, they should be drinking a plenty of water. This is the best thing, because the water is necessary for our body and for our digestion. And physical changes in adolescence. So here the girl physical changes. Growth spurt occurs, breast develops in girls, hips widen, waistline narrows, underarm hair and pubic hair appears in girls. External gentle enlarges, hair appears in girls. Then external gentle enlarge in girls, uterus and ovaries enlarge in girls, ovulation occurs and menstruation begins in girls. These are the physical changes what the girls face. Then in the boys, facial hair, underarm, chest and pubic hair appear in boys, noculture emissions in boys, penis and testes enlarge in boys, sperm production begins in boys, ejaculation occurs in boys, larynx, voice box. Basically, their voice gets deepens in boys. Now, mental change. Hormones control most of the outward physical changes of the adolescence, but changes in the way you think and feel more to do with changes occurring in your brain between the years 10 and 13. A dramatic wave of growth and development takes place. The brain will actually prune back the brain cells and connection that you do not use. Improve mental changes, abstract thinking, reasoning skills, impulse control. Now these are the mental changes what that happens in them. The curiosity is where the curiosity occurs more and more. They have the question for each and every things which are happening in and around them. They have the reasoning skills also. They have the they want to actually question each and everything. Then they are impulsive when they do not get the answers. They are a little restless. Now, emotional changes. During adolescence, individuals start to define meaning in their lives, a set of personal values and sense of self, search for meaning, choosing a way of life that is right for you, search for values, establishing beliefs that are important to you, search for self. These are the emotional changes that occurs in the adolescence. Now they search for self. This is a search for your identity. Now they search for their identity. They by their hairstyle, by their clothes, by their behaviors, and they want and seeking approval from others. When they dress up, they want, like, we as a adult also now still we have, like, when we dress up, we actually need, we are seeking an approval whether we are looking good or not. So in the same sense, the adolescence also has the same type of an emotional change where they are seeking an approval from the others, whether they are looking good or not. So these are the things what they want. Now, concerns of adolescence and personal adjustment, relationships, stress, juvenile delinquencies, drug addiction, teenage pregnancies. These are the concerns of adolescence, which is taking place in nowadays in a very rapid rate. Here, the adolescents basically they are getting towards the drug. Teenage pregnancies are becoming very common nowadays. So we need to educate them, we need to talk to them that what are these are the things if you do, so these are what are the consequences you have to face. So we need to make them understand. Apart, like if we have moral studies class, or we have like other apart from our subjects, if we have 10 minutes also, we need to discuss about these things, especially the mobile addiction. Yes ma'am, the mobile addiction, what we are seeing that from there they are learning lot, they are getting like now but they are getting too much advanced. So we need to look on that, we need to make them understand the what are the pros and cons of it. Now, concerns, eating disorder, and illness that results in serious disturbance of one's daily diet. Now they don't have the timing, they do not follow the timing that where in what time they should be eating, or what and consuming their food, what time, because they're when they are in holidays, they when they are in holidays, what they do, they'll just get up in at what time what they want to, they start having their lunch at 4 o'clock, then they skip their breakfast. These are the things, and they want a lot of sleep. So these are the things what that makes a disturbance in their daily diet. So there it should be, whether it is a Sunday, or whether it is a whatever holiday they have, they should be following whatever the routine it has been daily they have followed. It should be followed like that only to keep themselves healthy. But this actually implements on us also. Sexual objectification, the act of reducing another person's value to that of an object of sexual desire or gaze. So, sexual objection, like this is very common. Like this is the age where they have a sexual desire, but we need to talk to them that this is an natural thing that they can have, but what are the consequences they have to face if they get into this, and what is the right age for it. We should be talking about that the curiosity gets lessened. So we should be talking about this topic also. Strong social and cultural forces influence body image in young people. Youth also need to be aware of the power of the media and learn how to view media with a critical eye. Now the youth also need to learn that what are the fake news are there. If there's a fake news, they need to understand, they need to understand the differentiation, what is a real news, what is a fake news, and they should not circulate the message like that only in the WhatsApp, in the Facebook. So these are the things they should know what is the power of the media, as well as they should know how they can use the social media and how they should be using it. Body shaming is when inappropriate, critical, humiliating, or other negative comments. When the body shaming comes, when the children are being body shamed, especially when their confidence level gets very much low. Here, when they want to do something, when anybody body shames, their confidence are low and they stop doing anything. So first we need to make them understand that whatever the if you feel that you are good and you are looking good and whatever you are carrying on, it's good for you. If you are feeling positive about it, so go ahead with it. Do not listen to what others are commenting on you. So first we need to make them understand this thing. Now the challenges are faced by adolescents: social discomfort in accepting adolescent sexuality, peer culture pressure, policy barriers, perceived or real biases by providers, lack of basic reproductive health information, lack of skills in negotiating safe sexual relationships, lack of access to affordable, confidential health services, high risk behavior. These are the challenges are being faced by the adolescents. Now, major health issues of an adolescence. What are the major health issues? That is a psycho social, mental health issues, unprotected, unsafe sex, teenage pregnancy, abortions, HIV, AIDS, and substance abuse. These are the major health issues which is found in today's time. So this is a picture where it has been shown that how the adolescents, like what they are doing right nowadays. Like in the first picture, it means acne. Doctor, it's getting so I'm feeling too ashamed to go out because it happens when they have when they don't they look ugly, their confidence gets low, and then they don't know whom to consult. They are unable to handle the stress, definitely, ma'am. So that is the major reason that they are having this type of, when there is an hormonal changes, then the acne and all these things takes place. Then in the second thing, this program is geared towards the youth market. You give it to 5 commands and it closes down in a half. So these are the things what the adolescents are facing and what are the activities they are doing. Now, juvenile crime, the age of offense. This is the age of offense where the children, where the adolescents, they are going to the crime, towards the crime. Like here, they are drug addicted when there's a nuclear family isolation, when there are only 3 members in the family, where both the parents are working. They do not get enough time to communicate with the children, with the child. Then that is a major problem, that where they try to find the friend outside and they get into the wrong traps. Money, when they are when they are very much fond of money, when they think that everything they can buy with the money, they don't know the value, they try to waste the money. And when the money they don't have it, when the parents stop giving to them, they try to get the money by the other sources. Then they go towards the crime. So these are the things how the adolescents get into the juvenile crime. Now, juvenile crimes makes 1.2% of all crimes in the country, but even this minuscule number gets raw deal. So this is basically a raw information. This is not the concrete information you're getting, but this is basically an idea that 1.2% of the people, juvenile crimes are taking place, and how the states stack up. Why do adolescents take chances and risk? Curiosity, because they want to learn, they want to discover, they want they think that whatever mistakes they do by that only they can learn. So they want to discover new things. That's why they tend to do the mistakes also. Rebellion, they have a rebellious nature. If somebody insults them, they try to insult them in the back. Pushing boundaries, they want to be cool, they want to belong. Then their brain is driving them to its need to grow. So that is why the adolescents take chances and risks. Now the key changes. Poverty is the name given to the changes that occur in the girls and boys they grow up. It takes 3 to 8 years to complete the growth. Proper hygiene of all the body parts should be maintained, because personal hygiene is the most important thing. So this is the basic information which we can share with our students in the classroom. There are parents that we be in the in this region we actually face that when the parents are not so educated, or what happens, they fail to make because what they do as the same way the children also carries on. So they don't know what the personal hygiene is. So what are the things they should be doing? So this we should be talking about to our students. Menstruation is a normal process in girls. It is not an illness, and it's medically safe for girls to engage in normal everyday activities. Because earlier it was a myth that if you have a menstruation, you have to be isolated, you cannot play, you cannot use too much of water. This is a myth where in the, I think, in the 80s or 70s, in the 80s, the this when menstruation was taken was as a disease. But now the people are educated, and they are being pampered a lot, they are being taken care a lot. So menstruation is a normal process now. For boys, having an erection or wet dream is a normal process, not an illness. Girls may be more prone to anemia, iron deficiency due to growth spurt and menstruation. The iron intake needs to be adequately supplemented. Now, young people must understand that they are living through the period of their most rapid physical development. It is quite normal to be confused about relationships and sexuality. Because here, now times, the adolescent, where they are failed to understand that about the relationships, what type of a relationship they should be going on, and what is the most precious relationship, and sexuality. They have a confusion about the sexuality also. So these are the things we should, as a educator, we should clear their doubts. Now, identity self-concept. Now, identities are the traits and characteristics, social relations, roles, social groups, memberships that define who one is. So it is derived from physical experience, appearance, intellectual capabilities, more values, social values, temperament, educational aspect. So here, basically, they want their own identity. They want to be recognized as an individual. So here, they put more focus on their physical appearance. They try to be an outstanding in their studies. They try to then they, by the moral values, by the social values, and by the educational aspect, they try to make themselves unique. They want them to be recognized as an individual. Now, who am I versus what I am capable of? This refers to past, what to be true of one, present. Present, what is true of one now, or future, the person one expects or wishes to become, the person one feels obligated to try to become, or person one fears one may become. So these are the things that they are basically confused. Who are they and what they are capable of? They try to find answers each and every time. Famous personalities, there they have a role model. So these are the famous personalities. That is Pushla Varkatta Sindhu is an Indian professional badminton player. Then Lakshmi Agarwal is an Indian campaigner with a stop sale acid and a TV host. Then Chungchang Maricom, better known as Maricom. Saina Nehwal is an Indian professional badminton single player. Then Sushil Kumar is a freestyle wrestler. So some of the other famous personalities. Now, dealing with body image issues. Now, this is a main issue of the adolescent period. Spend time with people who treat you well and help you feel good about yourself. Use positive self-talk such as I'm strong, self-confident, and capable. Here, either it is with the adolescent or with our phase also. When we think positive, then only positive things happens with us. If we always think about the negativity, some or the other time the negativity will occur or negative things will occur. So if we are positive, then only we can inculcate the positiveness in our students, where as well as in our children also. So positivity is very important. We need to be positive whatever phase, whatever things happens, whether it is very crucial or whatever it is, but we need to be very positive. Remind yourself that you're unique, special, valued, and important. When we should make the children feel that they are unique, they are different from each other, they are very special, they are valued. When they start, when we value ourselves, when we feel that we are important for ourselves, then only other will other person will take as an important personality. Otherwise, they think they are normal. Get out and participate in activities with your family and friends. Be active at least 60 minutes each day. Talking with a trusted family members or friend if you are feeling low. If you feel low, like then the adolescents, they should consult their trusted family member or their friend, whomever they trust. Treat others with kindness and respect that all unique individuals deserve. Now, key messages. Everyone has a strength, and these strengths are part of what make us unique and special. Then the fact that we are all different is also a part of what makes the world interesting. Body images refers to the pictures one forms in one mind about the appearance of his or her body. Then self-esteem is how you feel about yourself. These feelings can change as things in your life change, such as going to a new school or becoming a brother or sister. Self-esteem can be positive and high. Then body image is a part of a self-esteem. Having positive body image means that you feel comfortable in your body with the way you look, about feel good about the things your body can do, feel empowered to take care of your physical health. It is common to struggle with body image no matter who you are. but these are the things you can do, help yourself feel good. If we feel good about yourself, if we are positive about ourselves, then only we'll be happy, and then only we can mix around with the other people. So basically, an adolescent is a period where they are very much, this is a phase where they are very much emotional. They think we need to make them understand, whether it is in our school, whether it is in our home. We need to have a time. We need to understand their psychology, what they want to. Um, am I audible to everyone? Am I audible to everyone? Okay, so here basically we were talking about this adolescent period, that where the students need to be focused, like we need to make them understand, we need to experience the practical experiences we need to share, that they understand the few they understand the environment more easily, that in when they go after 12, when they're going to college, what are the things they can experience. These are the things we need to talk about in our classes. Then we need to understand the psychology of the student. If the student is not performing well, what is the reason behind it? So we need to speak on that also. We need to focus on that. So these are the things we need to consider. A session about the adolescent period here. Thank you for listening to me so patiently. I hope this is an informative session for you.